Hi there, everybody. I'm Devin O'Day, and last night I got in late because I spent yesterday in Huntsville, Alabama at the Von Braun Center with Lee Greenwood, 40 years of hits. Well, they star-studded cast. I got to get a list of some of the people that I got to talk to, and we're going to be sharing some of the stories coming up. I'm telling you, it was like a family reunion. Dean Martin's daughter, Dina Martin, incredible singer. She was there. John Barry. I talked to Michael Ray, Janie Fricke. She and Ty Herndon. I talked to both of them, and they did a duet. And I'm telling you, their voices together, holy moly. And I will say that Ty Herndon was a little bit giddy because he was performing with Janie Fricke. She probably is one of the best voices I've just ever. T. Graham Brown, he and Sam Moore brought the house down. It was Sam Moore's birthday, and Lee brought him out a cake. But T. Graham Brown and Sam Moore did Soul Man together on stage, and the whole place just lit up. And then Lee, who can sing anything, got up and started doing scat, jazz scat. Oh my gosh, the two of them together, Sam and Lee playing off each other. It was incredible. It's been recorded for television, and stay right here because we're going to tell you when it will air. If you weren't at the performance, it was a packed house. It was incredible. If you weren't there, you're going to get to see it. You're going to get to hear it. Mark Wills had a great conversation with him. Billy Dean, Richie McDonald of Lone Star and the Frontmen of Country. Jeff Carson, who is absolutely one of the most precious people I know. He's spent the last 12, 13 years in law enforcement. But when he starts singing, you realize how precious his voice is. And gosh, the songs that he's given us in 90s country, and probably sang on every demo for every hit song for guys that's out there. Tim Rushlow, Larry Stewart, Larry Gatlin, the Oak Ridge Boys, Home Free. Oh, I mean, and the list just goes on and on and on. It was just an incredible night. Got home about 2 a.m, so we are a little bit delayed today. I did not get to go and see on Monday night Taylor Lynn. She had an incredible, heartwarming fundraiser. She and Trey Twitty and a host of characters from out in Waverly, just healing Humphreys County. Healing Humphreys County. That's what it was all about. So our organization in Middle Tennessee is pretty vast when it comes to raising money for people and helping them out in a time of need. If you're just joining us, we are here every day on these pages for Main Street Media, usually from 11 to 11:30. But sometimes, look, I give myself some grace because I got in at 2 a.m. So I gave myself a little grace today, if that's okay with you, because our shows always stay up. You can find us on YouTube as well, and we are now on Twitter. So if you follow me, Devin O'Day, or you follow anything Main Street Media or any of our Main Street Media pages and our YouTube for Main Street Today, you will know when we go live. And I hope that you'll not only click like or subscribe, but click that little bell and say, I want to be notified, because we take you with you wherever we are. Well, we're going to kick things off with something very, very, very important, and it's Waggin Tales Wednesday. We're going to shine the light on Wednesdays for animal rescue. It is dog adoption month, but this is a very special story. And for that, we're going to go to Big Joe Dubin, who does Pet of the Week, and we're heading to Cheatham County, where we have the Cheatham County Exchange.
Hello, everybody. It's Hunter Briley with Regal Realty Group here in Nashville, Tennessee. We've got a special one for you today. We're absolutely proud to be partnered with Big Joe Dubin and Main Street Media for our Pet of the Week. But guess what? We are going to do something special this week. We are going to give you some information about a super special program up in Cheatham County that is changing the lives of so many people in that county and also those pets' lives. Check it out. We'll be back in just a second.
All right, Hunter, we got a special place this week for you for our Pet of the Week. It's a mission that Cheatham County Animal Control has, and they need your help. Now, we're joined now by Robin LaPrey. Is that correct?
That's right.
Oh, right, I got it right. All right, talk about SCAMP here in Cheatham County and the great work you guys are doing.
Yeah, thank you. So SCAMP stands for Saving Cheatham Animals Mission Possible. It's a nonprofit that we formed this year with the goal of having a way to raise money for all the extra things that a shelter needs that a small shelter like Cheatham County doesn't really have the budget for. So it's a way to collect donations for things like spay-neuter, for heartworm treatment. We have a lot of dogs come in with heartworm. And then sometimes they just need things like more leashes or more toys. And so it's a really easy way for people to donate, and we just buy it and get it done.
What's the biggest need you guys face on a week-to-week basis?
Okay, so we have four needs. We have volunteers just to come walk the dogs, play with the cats. We can always use cat fosters. We have so many cats, and the safest thing for cats is to be in a home where they're not so crowded. We need drivers, people who are willing to drive a few hours, because we have errands like dogs need to go to the vet or they need to go to a rescue, and we just can't be everywhere at once. And then fourth is money. I'll never say no to a donation to SCAMP.
Let's talk positive, though. Since you've got here, things have turned around, haven't they?
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, when we look at the dogs now, our dogs typically get out 3 times a day, which might be better than my dogs at home. So we have volunteers coming throughout the day. We run play groups, so you'll see later a couple of our dogs playing. So we have a really good feel for what our dogs are like and what kinds of dogs they can play with. And we've been able to find the budget for, like I said, these complicated things. If a dog gets hit by a car or anything, we've been able to kind of rally. And I feel like the reputation of animal control has really improved in the county. I think if you ask around, people would say it does a pretty good job.
How do people find out more about SCAMP?
Well, that's a great question. So you can go to our Facebook page, which you can look up Saving Cheatham Animals, Mission Possible. We have our website, www.savingcheathamanimals.com. And if you just want to call the shelter and ask them what are ways to donate, that's 615-792-DOGS, DOGS.
God bless you, Robin.
I'm glad to spread the word.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a highlight on the SCAMP program up in Cheatham County. We're so excited to highlight that this week with Main Street Media and Regal Realty Group. If you have any questions about real estate, whether it's buying, selling, or investment properties, hit me up on that Gmail right there or that phone number. I'll be happy to help. Thanks so much.
What an organization they've got up in Cheatham County. When I first moved to Nashville, I was a volunteer at Nashville Humane, and they didn't have anything like that in Cheatham County. And we would get the overrun when I volunteered there of animals that were brought in from Cheatham, and dogs would have bullet wounds. It was just horrific. Dog fighting was an issue, and animal control officers didn't want to be in Cheatham County. It was a scary time, and it's come such a long way. And it's because people step up and stand up for the rights of those who can't. So it's very, very wonderful. And hopefully if you're in Cheatham County, you'll be a part of that wonderful organization. Well, my friend Kenzie Rose has been delighting crowds on The Voice. She is Team Kelly. Kenzie Rose sings on a ton of great music that is out right now, and she has her own record deal. And I first met her when she sang a duet. She sang the harmony part that I wrote with my friend Tyler Gummersall, and I was too scared to go in the studio and sing with him, but she stepped in, and I think he picked exactly the right person because she's fantastic. She was on there with Carson Daly, and she also sang on the group competition with a girl named Todd. And they did Seven Bridges Road. It was spectacular. If you did not see it, you need to go look at it. She looked fantastic. And I'm not going to tell you all the things. I will tell you that Jason Aldean stepped in with Kelly to help with the coaching. But as a group, all 4 of them sounded amazing. But I'm going to tell you that you can stream on NBC. If you've got Hulu or any of the streaming things, you can actually see where Kenzie Rose broke a record, and something that had never happened before happened on The Voice this week. So take a look at that. Kenzie Rose on The Voice. Let's check in with who's watching today. Oh, there's my buddy, Steve Burney. He is there. Always good to see him. And Elizabeth, who was our correspondent at Taylor Lynn and Trey Twitty's wonderful Healing Humphreys concert out at the Franklin Theater. I hope that you guys will send me some pictures, because I sure would like to include them. I know that Taylor's got some on her page, and we'll be sharing those. Lainey Wilson is the singer of the #1 song in America this week. Thank you, Crook and Chase, Lori Ann and Charlie, for making that announcement this week. And Lainey comes from Louisiana. She is a farm girl. And before she was really entrenched, before she made her Opry debut, before anything huge had happened, Tammy Arender from RFD interviewed her as a farm girl. Yesterday was National Farmers Day, and I thought a perfect thing. #1 song, National Farmers Day. Let's talk with Lainey Wilson, or actually let's let Tammy talk to her, and let's see right from the very beginning that she really had it all.
We're going to have some fun.
Lainey Wilson is a singer-songwriter from Baskin, Louisiana. She moved from that small farming community in Franklin Parish to Nashville in 2011.
Baskin, Louisiana, 300 people, $2.99 once I left. Just a tiny town full of good people. I mean, this town right here is a town that shaped who I am and shaped the kind of music that I write. And I love me some Baskin. I love coming home.
But she knew ever since she was 9 years old, Music City would be her home.
We went and saw Dollywood, and we did that whole thing. And on the way back to Baskin, I begged my parents to just drive through Nashville, and they had never been either. And I remember exactly where I was on the interstate, in the back seat. I was staring at the Batman building, and I was on I-40. And in the back seat, I said, "This is home." And, you know, Mama kind of turned around and was like, "Lainey, you're 9 years old. You know, what you talking about?" But it's this crazy thing, but I've always known.
But it was even earlier than that her parents knew she would be a singer.
She got up here, I didn't even know she could sing, you know, and she got up at kindergarten graduation and done it, and she hadn't shut up since.
Even when she was little, I knew that this was going to be where she was going to be, where she was going to travel, you know. Her life was going to take her. Now, it hasn't been easy.
Her father, Brian, grows corn, wheat, and oats. He says it's not unusual for her to want to come home and do what she did as a kid.
It's fun to come home and, you know, they'll throw me on a tractor and we'll just do stuff like that. It feels good to get back to my roots.
Lainey loves to drive a tractor and help her dad. She also loves to shoot guns, ride horses, and kick up some dust in the side-by-side.
You have a need for speed, don't you?
But home isn't a break from the music, just the opposite.
I just get so inspired when I come back here, and I think it's too because, like, I look around and, you know, this is a blue-collar town. This is, you know, so many people just bust their tail here to provide for their families, and the people here inspire me.
Her inspired songwriting led to a publishing deal, and that turned into a record deal, and after a decade, finally hearing her songs on the radio.
Unbelievable. You know, it made me feel like that little 9-year-old girl on the interstate in Nashville looking at the Batman building wasn't completely crazy.
I'm Tammy Arender for RFD-TV.
It was just announced that Next Stage, the Opry Next Stage performers, the lineup has been announced, and Lainey is on it. Of course she is. She made her Opry debut this year, and she has the #1 song this week. And we're not going to play the whole song, but we will give you a peek as to the making of the video, just to send you over to the video. Things a man ought to know. Just what a cool song. What a very, very cool song. And you know that when Lainey is singing it, after hearing her story, the words are true.
This is our first real video shoot, and it's probably going to be the best video you've ever seen.
We are on set of my music video, Things a Man Ought to Know, y'all, at my house. It's going to be so special to watch it back, y'all. And we got actors here. We've got the whole shebang. Chip on my shoulder. Oh. Man, I'm getting up my feet. Damn, girl, I'm gonna take her right now.
That showed like even like if you want to get like bend the knees, like yeah, just all that stuff.
Knees on third course, so hold on. The house good. All right, y'all. We got one more shot. It's about 12:30. We're at the liquor store down from my house.
Yo, my name is Lainey. I like biscuits and gravy. I look kind of funny and act kind of crazy.
That is a wrap.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all bust y'all's ass all day. I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
I went ahead and let that run because did you see all the names it took to bring about the video? Well, check it out. Things a man ought to know. Lainey Wilson, #1 this week, part of the Next Stage, the Opry Next Stage group that will have a show in Nashville in November. Also having a show at the Ryman, Home Free. It's coming up. So don't forget to go to the Home Free website. They brought the house down as just everybody did. I mean, it was so cool. And they're an a cappella group from the highest tenor to the lowest bass. And it's, oh my gosh, it's just fantastic. So we'll tell you, it's worth going to the Ryman.com website and getting tickets to see Home Free. It is Slow Down Tennessee month starting October 15th. There are a couple of important things to remember. First of all, we're going to have state troopers all around the state who are really going to be cracking down on speeders. Last night, I was on a road. The speed limit was 30 miles per hour, and somebody kept coming up behind me and flashing their lights and flashing their lights. It was 30 miles per hour, and they zoomed around me, and I saw blue lights, and I'm going, they tell you, here's the speed limit. Here's what we go. But there is a reason for slowing down is because so many, especially young drivers, they have issues with going too fast and they get in accidents, and distracted driving is the #1 reason for fatalities with teenagers. The second is high speed. So talk to your kids and talk to them about it. The Department of Highway Safety always has important initiatives, but October 15th, they're really cracking down. Slow Down Tennessee. So be aware if you're out there. Now, one place they're not going to watch the speed at all, and that is at Nitro Circus, coming up as well on October 15th at the First Horizon Park, where the Nashville Sounds play during the season. But when the season is off, you can go do private batting practice. They have events, but Nitro Circus is coming October 15th. Oh my gosh, that looks so exciting. But I will say that if you got kids and you bring boys, you better tell them, do not try this in the backyard. Do not try it in the front yard. Do not go down the street and try this at Jimmy's house. Do not try this. Don't do this. Can I stress to you enough? Don't do this. Well, there are a lot of initiatives going on in the state of Tennessee. And if you look along our roadsides, to keep it pretty, to keep it clean, it takes an initiative. And I can't imagine. I grew up with those commercials with Iron Ice Cody would ride out and America the Beautiful would play, and he'd have that one tear that would come down his cheek when he would see all the trash and the dumps and it was just one of those things that in the 70s it really affected you as a kid. Well, they have an initiative now because you think that people would know better than to throw trash out of their cars as they drive along the highway, but they don't. So Nobody Trashes Tennessee is a new campaign that is running in the state, and we want to make sure that everybody keeps our roadsides and our cities clean. It just takes going home, putting it in a trash can, or stopping by a convenience mart and throw it in the trash can there. Put it in the trash. Don't throw it on our roadsides.
How are you feeling? Do you need anything, Commissioner Bright? Can we get a water on set? Thank you. So usually he'll count us down. No, they're not going to count us down. We're just going to go right into it. Today I have a very special guest on my show. Kind of a bigwig. Commissioner Clay Bright of the Tennessee Department of Transportation. And I have to ask you right out of the gate, is that your real last name?
Well, yes, it is. It's the name my parents gave me.
Well, you got a winner. I don't suppose your middle name is Extremely, because that would be awesome.
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, okay. That's just something to think about for the future. So, Commish, can I call you Commish?
Works for me.
All right, there are over 100 million pieces of litter on our Tennessee roadways at any given time. As the head honcho in charge, do you have to pick up those 100 million pieces yourself? Metaphorically speaking.
Well, metaphorically speaking, yes. Fortunately, I've got a great team who are committed to ending litter in Tennessee.
Gotcha. So you're making them pick it up. Boom. Nice. Look at you.
No, they are helping educate, motivate, and inspire every Tennessean to join the movement to end littering. It's pretty inspiring, Red Cup.
More inspiring than a talking Red Cup? I mean, is that even possible? Have you seen the research?
Well, inspiring and odd as talking to a Red Cup is. I have to say yes. Our Nobody Trashes Tennessee campaign is, what's the word I'm looking for?
Awesome. Mind-blowing. Groundbreaking. Emmy-winning?
Exactly. And I think your show, Talking Trash, is going to really resonate and speak to our proud Tennesseans.
Wow. Thank you so much. Yes, you go, Mr. Bright. More of that.
Red Cup, we have one of the best transportation systems in the nation. We want to make it the cleanest. Are you with me, Cup?
Yes. I'm right here. So that's a yes, a big yes. Well, that's our show. Special kudos to Clay Bright, my man, and the Commissioner and El Jefe of the Tennessee Department of Transportation. Join the movement at NobodyTrashesTennessee.com. Watch my show, Talking Trash, and help Commissioner Bright help me end littering. Whew. This guy really was bright. Unlike some of my other guests. We're not live now. You cut the mic? Uh-oh.
NobodyTrashesTennessee.com, a really important initiative. I love this, Steve. Thanks for mentioning the trash issue. I pick up trash along Lebanon Road in Lebanon 3 to 5 times a week. Unbelievable. And it is. I mean, I live on a highway myself, and I have to go and clean up trash. People just throw it out in my yard. It's what they do. I mean, things like pizza boxes. Who throws a pizza box out in somebody's yard? But they do. And, bottles and cans. And it's just, I cannot believe it. People do it. But let's just work together. I think we can and make the world a better place. Speaking of making the world a better place, Elizabeth checking in from the Taylor Lynch, Ray Twitty, wonderful Healing Humphreys County that took place on Monday night. And such a wonderful evening full of love, she says. Oh, I love that. Pauletta, who is one of our wonderful sales staff up in Robertson County. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Pauletta Epley, you are the best. Thank you. And good morning, Howie. Howie is so special, and He joins us live on Facebook on his page every morning, and he's got a show over at Music City Bar and Grill. And I think you still have that, don't you, Howie? I think you do. Put down in the comments when that show is, because we want to let everybody know. Because our TV that we watch a lot of time is our social media. Good morning, Shelly Mullins. Shelly Mullins checking in. If you are checking in from somewhere, put your name in there. Check in. It's love to. It's one of those kind of things. I love to spread the love and do some shout outs so everybody knows that you're here. Hey, we're going to take a look at Backstage Nashville. Backstage Nashville is every Saturday. I host it every week. I love it because it is a daytime show. Starts at 12:30, sells out just about every week. Amy Mayo, who is so cute. She's got a book called Talking to the Sky. She's going to be telling stories, and she is hilarious. I don't even know that she means to be hilarious, but she is, and she has a tongue-in-cheek way of singing, and you're just going to love her songs. Danny Myrick, song after song after song, incredible singer-songwriter. Ray Stevenson, who is kind of the glue, as it were, for this show, and he plays guitar and sings background for everybody, as well as being someone who's had songs recorded by Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson and Chris Christopherson and Guy Clark, and Megan Linville, who is a beautiful singer-songwriter. I'm sure that she will be singing some harmonies as well with her husband, Danny Myrick, but she stands out on her own as well. So it's going to be a great show this week, BackstageNashville.com. And we're going to close our show with Danny because he's kind of awesome that way from the stage of Backstage Nashville. It's the stories behind the songs that make songwriter shows so special. And this isn't around. Every singer gets their time to create their own special show within the show. And Danny is always there. Great stories. Hey, everybody, I'm going to close with this. Be safe, be kind. Remember, most of all, you're loved. Have a great and fabulous day. And it is Wednesday, which means it is Coach's Night Out with Tommy Bryan at Town Square Social in Lebanon. If you like Lebanon sports, and you can also watch it on the Wilson Post page. And it is also, I had one more thing I wanted to remind you of. That's okay. It's launch date day. So in just a few minutes, Terry Pugh and I will be talking with Margie Singleton. So stay tuned on Main Street today, and we will have Margie Singleton as our guest. You guys have a great day. Remember, you are loved. Here's Danny Myrick. Bye-bye.
So I want to open with a song. I'm going to kick it into redneck gear just real quick, if that's all right. We can wake up a little bit. I wrote this song with my friend Bridget Tatum a few years ago, and Jason Aldean ended up recording it, and it became the most played song on country radio in 2009. And actually, an odd fact about this song, I can't remember who did the research, I just remember the article being sent to me that this was the most played country song in strip clubs in 2009. Don't know why, don't have anything to do with it. I'm just passing along information. So those of you who helped... Oh, there you go. I was going to say, whoever helped that along, thank you very much. Anyway, it goes like this. Here's to all the country girls out there. Pickup truck, daddy's sweet money done jacked it up. She's a party all-nighter from South Carolina, a bad mama jammer from down in Alabama, a raging Cajun lunatic from Brunswick, juicy Georgia peach with a thick southern drawl, sexy swinging wall. Brother, she's all country shoot, from her cowboy boots to her down home route. She's country. Song she plays to the prayer she prays. That's the way she was born and raised. Ain't afraid to stay country. My brother, she's country. Hell, the sugar when the sun goes down. Mama taught her how to rip up the town. Honey dripping honey from the holler in Kentucky. You're flipping kinda trippy like a Mississippi hippie. A Kansas princess, crazy mother trucker, undercover lover, thick southern drawl, sexy swinging wild. Brother, she's all country shoe. From her cowboy boots to her down home route, she's country. From the song she plays to the prayer she prays, that's the way she was born and raised. Ain't afraid to stay country. Brother, she's country. Yeah, she's country. From her cowboy boots to her down home roots, nothing but country. Yeah, she's country. Shoot, from her cowboy boots to her down home roots, she's country. From the song she plays to the prayer she prays, that's the way she was born and raised. Ain't afraid to stay country. Another but country. Oh yeah, that girl is all about the country. From the backwoods, she's a homegrown, down to the bone, she's country. Yeah, she is. Thank you.